come on, you don't need to remake all of them. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Disney movies we don't want remakes of.
So, you tired of being a llama?
Yes!
For this list, we'll be going over the Disney and Pixar animated films that we and the MsMojo fans, whom we polled on our community tab, don't think should be remade in any medium, whether it's in live action, CGI, or animation.
May I give you a hand, sir?
You haven't got an extra foot, have you, Edgar?
That always makes me laugh, sir. Yes. Every time.
Number 10. The Emperor's New Groove.
Oh yeah.
This film is one of the few pure comedies in the animated Disney vault, and it's absolutely hilarious. Following a spoiled emperor who's turned into a llama and deposed from his throne, The Emperor's New Groove is a Disney movie unlike any other.
So if we find the village, we find him, and if we find him, we find Cusco. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. Yzma!
What?
Oh!
This had better be good.
That's part of what makes it a cult hit, but the key there is cult and not mainstream. Even if Disney did decide to remake it, people would be lining up to see it, since most people wouldn't recognize it. And those that did would probably prefer the comic timing of the cartoon.
Maybe I'm just new to this whole rescuing thing, but this, to me, might be considered kind of a step backwards, wouldn't you say?
No. It's okay. This is all right. We can figure this out.
I hate you.
Here's hoping Disney doesn't decide to pull the lever on a remake, because it'd definitely be the wrong one.
Wrong lever! Why do we even have that lever?
Number 9. The Aristocats.
Do me so do, so me do. Every truly cultured music student knows you must learn your scales and your arpeggios.
One of the more underrated Disney films, The Aristocats tells the story of a group of pampered cats who must find their way back to their owner after being abandoned in the countryside by a bumbling butler. While we could see the film getting a treatment similar to the 101 Dalmatians live-action remake, The Aristocats doesn't have the name brand recognition of that movie.
But such behavior is most unbecoming to a lovely gentleman.
Well, she started it. Ladies do not start fights, but they can finish them.
Berlioz? Now, don't be rude.
Even if a remake would give them the opportunity to remove the culturally insensitive part of the movie's most memorable song, we don't want to be a cat again that much.
When everybody wants to be a cat.
Number 8. Frozen.
To the magic!
Frozen tells the story of two sisters, whose kingdom and relationship becomes strained by one of them having powerful freezing abilities.
Do you want to build a snowman? It doesn't have to be a snowman.
Go away, Anna.
Okay, bye.
The entertaining characters and catchy songs help make it one of Disney's biggest hits ever, so we can see why they'd want to remake it. However, it's still such a recent hit that we don't feel like Disney needs to redo it. Plus, with a sequel hitting theaters in 2019, we don't feel like the initial momentum of the franchise has stalled at all. We can only hope that if Disney is considering a Frozen remake, that they decide to let it go, at least for the immediate future.
I'm never going back. The past is in the past. Let it go, let it go. When I rise like the break of dawn.
Number 7. Toy Story.
Reach for the sky.
Oh no, Sheriff Woody! I'm here to stop you, One-Eyed Bart!
Pixar's debut computer animated feature film, Toy Story changed animation with its groundbreaking technology as well as through its exceptional storytelling.
I've set my laser from stun to kill.
Ah, great. Yeah, and if anyone attacks us, we can blink them to death.
The story of a toy cowboy and spaceman, as well as the rest of a young boy's playthings, captured our hearts for decades. Although the animation is rather dated by modern standards, the fact that it's otherwise a nearly universally acclaimed film means that we're reluctant to call for a remake. Plus, it kinda gives it its charm.
Go back to your lives, citizens. Show's over.
And given that a fourth film came out in 2019, we feel like Toy Story 5 would be made before a remake of the first one.
You are going to help create happy memories that will last for the rest of her life. Huh? What? Oh,
Number 6. Bambi.
What did your father tell you this morning?
If you can't say something nice, don't say nothing at all.
This classic of Disney cinema depicts the childhood and young adulthood of the eponymous deer and his woodland friends. Despite being a famed entry in Disney's archive, we don't feel like Bambi is talked about enough these days to generate much hype.
Hello, friend Al. Don't you remember me? Why, it's the young prince, Bambi.
Besides, some of the events in the movie could be legitimately traumatizing to young viewers if a live-action CGI route is taken, such as the forest fire sequence.
Come with me.
Oh, and nobody wants to see Bambi's mom die again, no matter how old you are or what the medium is. Can't do it.
What you gonna call him?
I think I'll call him Bambi.
Bambi.
Number 5. Robin Hood. Robin Hood is Disney's version of the classic tale of the legendary archer thief and his merry men who rob from the rich and give to the poor. Disney's spin on it means that there are talking animals in the roles.
Oh, come along. You worry too much, old boy.
There have been so many versions of the Robin Hood story adapted to screen, with at least one appearing about every 10 years, so we don't feel like this one in particular is one that people are clamoring for.
I share your loathing, sire. That scurrilous scoundrel who fooled you with that silly disguise, who dared to rob you and made you look so utterly ridiculous.
Enough!
The talking anthropomorphic animals might make it difficult to realize it in a live-action CGI format, and we don't think the classic animation style needs updating either. It's best to leave Robin Hood and Little John walking through the forest just as they are.
Robin Hood and Little John walking through the forest, laughing back and forth at what the other has to say.
Number 4. Lilo and Stitch.
Hi.
Oh, how?
Wow.
A film about a young Hawaiian girl who discovers and befriends a mischievous alien superweapon, Lilo and Stitch actually has a live-action remake reportedly in the works already. However, that doesn't mean we're all that eager for it.
Well, that'd be a bad idea!
A set of hoax images depicting a supposed CGI version of Stitch circulated the internet, and its unappealing design has left many wary of Disney's ability to translate the character, as well as other aspects of the story, into 3 dimensions.
We can't go on together with suspicious minds. Can't build our dreams.
While we definitely think Disney will do a better job, our expectations have already been set low.
Dad said Ohana means family.
Huh?
Ohana means family. Family means
Nobody gets left behind.
Or
forgotten.
Number 3. Pocahontas.
Can you paint with all the colors of the wind? Can you paint with all the colors of the wind?
Based on historical events, albeit ones that have been heavily romanticized, Pocahontas follows the titular daughter of a Powhatan chief who falls for and saves the life of an English colonist. While the film has some beautiful animation and some memorable songs, its loose and problematic interpretation of history made it controversial upon release. and time hasn't done it any favors.
I hereby claim this land and all its riches in the name of His Majesty King James I, and do so name this settlement Jamestown.
Bravo! Bravo! Beautifully spoken, sir.
Like Lilo and Stitch, Disney reportedly has a live-action Pocahontas remake in the works, but a new medium isn't going to be able to fix the fundamental flaws inherent in the story. Since it's still in early stages of development, this is one remake we really hope isn't just around the river bend.
Waiting just around the river bend, I look once more, just around the river bend, beyond the shore, where the gulls fly free.
Number 2, Monsters, Inc.
Oh, Mike.
I was on TV! Did you see me? I'm a natural!
The story of a pair of monsters who accidentally bring a human child to their surprisingly relatable world, Monsters, Inc. is a much beloved movie with an inventive world and premise, and tremendously entertaining leads. However, despite featuring a few humans, most of the characters are literally monsters. While Pixar manages to make them visually appealing and even adorable, we think that would be very difficult to pull off well in live action.
Kitty.
Kitty has to go.
Sure, Sully might end up as cute as a kitty, but many of the other cast might look too slimy, scary, or gross in a photorealistic setting. We're prepared to treat this potential remake like a 2319.
This is a 2319 in progress. The area is clear. Coming through. Watch yourself.
No Monsters, Inc. remake would work without having Billy Crystal and John Goodman reprising their roles. They just are Mike and Sully. So what's the point? Put that remake back where it came from, or so help me.
Put that thing back where it came from, or so help me! So help me! So help me! And cut!
Here's some honorable mentions we also don't want to see redone.
No man is worth the aggravation. That's ancient history, been there, done that. Who'd you think you're kidding? He's the earth and heaven to you. Try to keep it hidden. Honey, we can see right through you.
We're still friends, aren't we? Todd, those days are over. I'm a hunting dog now. You'd better get out of here before old Chief wakes up.
Give me that. Oh, come on now, enough of this.
What? All right, that's it. We are doing an intervention. You have got to stop messing around and deal with the problem.
She's right! Abby, please. This is exactly what fell on me the first time. There's no way I'm bringing this up again with him.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Zootopia.
We evolved and moved beyond our primitive, savage ways. Now, predator and prey live in harmony. And every young mammal has multitudinous opportunities.
Zootopia depicts a rookie bunny cop teaming up with a fox con man to unravel a conspiracy in the titular city full of animals.
I am so sorry. Me, Benjamin Clawhauser. The guy everyone thinks is just a flabby donut-loving cop stereotyping you. Oh.
It's okay. As we mentioned previously, remaking Disney films with animals that look and act like humans would not translate well into a CGI live-action movie. And Zootopia is basically the epitome of this trope, so it would look extra bad in that medium.
First off, you throw like a bunny. Second, you're a very sore loser.
See you later, Officer Fluff. So sad this is over.
Also, as the most recent movie on our list, it's absolutely too soon to even consider the possibility of a remake. Disney needs to take a cue from the DMV sloths and just slow down. And then never remake it.
Flash?
What do
No!
you call
A three-humped camel! Pregnant! Okay, great, we got it! Please,
pumped?
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.